Theme song time. You may sing along. Yay. Welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. Linkara's gonna teach you all a lesson you won't learn. Rusty, you're not the smartest. Liefeld, you're not an artist. Anyone's had a bad comic published, it could be your turn. Linkara, he is a man. Punch! Wears a pretty hat. Linkara, he has a magic gun. Where'd he purchase that? Linkara. Coins, robots, Amazon's and trucks. Linkara. This comic sucks. Linkara. Sit down. You can have a seat, man, wherever, and then we're gonna start. We can turn down the lights again. Actually, wait.
Yeah, wait.
Well, enjoy the. Okay, there you go. Now you can sit down somewhere. Well, enjoy the middle of their aisle. This is a fire hazard, I'm sure. All right, we all ready? Yeah! All right, let's do this. Do it! That has become the new Colossus roar.
Yeah.
Let's do it!
Don't get tired to know that.
All right, hello and welcome to Victory of Atop the Fourth Wall Live! If this is your first time seeing Atop the Fourth Wall in live or recorded form, well, that just means the brainwashing I've been doing to my viewers has not been as successful as I hoped. Spread my dark gospel, everyone! Extra dark gospel. And because this is being done live with a script I haven't bothered to rehearse in advance, I apologize in advance for stuttering, slurring my words, or otherwise failing to be funny. Then again, people probably can't tell the difference in the failing to be funny department. And I know some people can get a little excited by these live shows and want to throw out their own jokes, but just remember, I am recording this, so if you're not being funny, you're being not funny in front of thousands of people. So here we are at Anime Midwest. Now, I always like to tailor my live shows to the kind of convention I'm at, but the problem is I only had 3 days to put this live show together after another convention, Too Many Games. And that's with me also having to put together a regular episode of the show, too. And hey, you guys know me, I'm a smart guy. Surely, with the advanced knowledge that I'd be doing both conventions in a row, I must have been able to find, some matching material, right? Like, there are a bunch of video game-themed manga, maybe a Pokemon manga, since it'd match up with both video games and an anime convention. Nope. There's gotta be something like that, right?
No.
Yeah, no, it's Captain N. A really fun thing. We had the Channel Awesome Q&A yesterday where they brought up the Captain N comic. I'm just kind of like holding my tongue. Yes, Captain N, the Game Master. Beloved hero of people who watched Nintendo-themed cartoons as a kid. Unless you watched the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, in which case Lou Albano was your beloved hero, and that's probably a better thing. So, here's what I don't get about this kid. Did he go to Nintendo University, or is that massive friggin' N just a coincidence, and his leather jacket had an N on it, and I said the sentence wrong, and I screwed up the joke. Next joke! Yeah, maybe that was answered in the series. I don't know, I didn't watch it. As a Genesis kid, I was watching the truly quality shows that challenged young, fertile minds. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. We open with Princess Lana as she watches a bunch of TV screens depicting various video game characters fighting their nemesises. Welcome to Videoland, a planned community. Here, Kid Icarus flies against the forces of the underworld before he's shot down in Duck Hunt. And yes, I know his name is Pit, but it's what they call him in the story. Here, space hunter Samus Aran battles the hordes of Metroid. Boring. Why not show us some kind of Federation force in the same universe instead?
No.
Here, Little Mac punches out his opponents on his way to the title. All of his opponents declare him to be too up in this game. Also, gotta love how we've got a battle for the fate of this land, and one of the important struggles that Princess Lana is watching over is a boxing match. I don't know, maybe she had money riding on it or something. But of course, while there are heroes, there must also be villains. And first up, there's Mother Brain here. Moisturize me! Mother Brain changed all that by uniting the forces of evil on all worlds to form a single deadly alliance that nothing could stop. Yes, the truly deadly combination of an eggplant, a boxer, Grizzly Adams, and Donkey Kong interrupted in the middle of his shower. Gaze upon the Legion of Doom and Despair. To balance out Mother Brain's forces, they needed a champion of their own to unite all the video game heroes. Because, why would we expect the actual monarch to lead her people? No. Let's get ourselves a teenager with attitude. His name is Kevin Keene. Kevin alone had the knowledge of the video game world needed to defeat Mother Brain. Kevin alone possessed the game genie codes necessary to become a god of this world. Bow down before him, lest he alter the very fabric of existence itself.
Infinite lives.
Welcome to Videoland, Kevin, where the games are real and the fate of the universe is in your hands. The original Digidestined. Turns out those 2 pages were just to get everyone up to speed, and we have a separate story for the first issue. The Fruit and Vegetable War. Yes, the constant debate about the status of tomatoes. Truly, something called the Fruit and Vegetable War really shows the importance and scope of Kevin's task as Captain N to defeat the forces of evil. We see Kid Icarus and Kevin flying out towards some floating islands in the sky. Kevin even equipped with his own set of Hawkman wings. There it is, Captain N, straight ahead. Cornucopia, the fabled island of plenty. One of the legends about the cornucopia is that the original one was the horn of a goat named Amalthea that could provide infinite nourishment within itself. No joke there or anything, I'd just like to remind you all that Greek mythology is filled with stuff like goat horns that are equivalent to everlasting gobstoppers. Kevin wants to know what the hell they're doing here if this place is supposed to be so peaceful. It's simple. We're trying to raise an army to battle the Legion of Darkness, right? Well, an army travels on its stomach, and Cornucopia has everything in the way of food. Wait, did Kevin travel all the way to Mount friggin' Olympus and not once asked what the hell they were doing? Wasn't at all curious about why Pitt was telling him to strap on the wings? Still, credit where credit is due. Thinking of the fact that an army needs supplies and food to keep going is good thinking. Although I would have thought video game characters would eat quarters.
Or nickels.
Before they can advance further, though, they are attacked by the pterodactyls.
Bad pun.
They're the Air Force around here. Kevin will be declared a UFO and his involvement hushed up. Million points if you get that joke. Look out! They're firing grape shot at us!
What?
They're shooting you with the blood of grapes? Also, is the plan to make them sticky? Ew.
No.
One of the pterodactyls disconnects Kevin's harness and makes him fall. Only one chance. I've got to use the jump button on my power belt and make it to that tree. And naturally, by jump button, he means crouch button, since he falls sideways towards the tree, feet first. He is immediately confronted by these things. I get it. He's in that unreleased California Raisins game.
Or rejected mascots.
Speak, stranger. Why do you block the path of Attila, the honeydew, general of the armies of Fruitopia?
Boo! Bad pun.
General of the armies of Fruitopia. We come to bring war to the armies of Snapple. Kevin introduces himself as Captain N, and Attila says they actually are honored to meet him, further explaining that they're at war with the land of Vegetania, who recently raided their land and kidnapped all the tomatoes that lived there. The tomatoes were taken because the vegetables there believed them to be vegetables, and holy crap, I was kidding about that being Anyway, Kevin agrees to help them rescue the tomatoes. Meanwhile, Kid Icarus was taken prisoner by the vegetables and brought to their leader, King Pumpkin, who is a pumpkin. Because the creative team wasn't getting paid enough to come up with better names.
No relation to the Great Pumpkin.
So, here's a dumb question. Did nobody know the fruits and vegetables in this place were sapient? Because otherwise it seems like Kevin and Pitt came here to eat all these people. Anyway, the king recognizes Kid Icarus and has him released. King Pumpkin explains his side of things to Kid Icarus, saying that the tomatoes are perfectly happy here among their own kind. Everybody's a bit racist in this comic, it would seem. And recruits Kid Icarus to defend the tomatoes. He's sent off to battle, but it seems all is not as it appears, thanks to Grima Eggplant here. Grima Wormtongue? It's funny because I explained the joke.
I get it.
Soon in Plentiopolis, home of the cornucopian farmers. Wait, how do you have farmers in a land where the fruits and vegetables are alive? What are they farming? Or is that a euphemism for breeders? But oh yes, as you can see, it is full-scale war. Things are on friggin' fire. Any minute now, Ken Burns is going to come along and make a documentary about this. How goes the battle, Corporal Kiwi? Not too well, General. The enemy sunk 2 of our banana boats on the Sea of Ambrosia. We've run out of cherry bombs, and our strawberries are in a jam. Oh dear God, they hollowed out the skin of their fellows to make boats, employ suicide bombers, and their troops have literally been pulverized. I feel like the story was made to make vegetarians pissed off. Kevin, meanwhile, is starting to have second thoughts about this war. And they say video games make you desensitized to violence. Here's your proof right here about how wrong you are. They are. I fail. Also, Kevin gets shot in the ass by Pitt. Comic absurdity to the rescue. Pitt and Kevin argue for a moment about their respective sides, but Kevin reassures Pitt that tomatoes are indeed fruit. You know, has anybody stopped to ask the tomatoes how they feel about things? No, of course. Anyway, for some reason, King Pumpkin has showed up to argue directly with General Attila, revealing that they were told of tomatoes being a vegetable by the Eggplant Wizard. Speaking of, the Eggplant Wizard has used the battle to sneak inside the legendary Temple of Fruit. So, fruit is not only what they are, but also the thing they worship. What? He's here to claim the Royal Raspberry, which appears to be Rose Quartz's gem embedded in a pineapple statue. Apparently, the gem would allow him control over all fruit. However, someone arrives to stop him. No, you, not now! Not when my plans are close to fruition! That's not even a pun! And apparently Eggplant Wizard is so pathetic that he got defeated off-screen.
What?
We cut back over to the argument, and Kevin and Pitt teleport to them with the Eggplant Wizard, who admits he was lying about the whole thing. Wait, if they can teleport, why did they have to fly up?
Continuity.
I'm sorry, we've been duped. Okay, that was a pun, but it was an awful one. We should have never let it come to war. I feel like such a melon head. Me too. Let us go. People have died. And we end our war story with more... Oh, I actually had the wrong page there. And we end our war story with more puns. I will spare you all of them, because how the hell do you end on that kind of note in the face of all this needless spilt orange juice? We're not done yet, though, because there are 2 more stories in here. First is, every dog has its day. But does every blob have its day? When is Captain N gonna team up with a boy and his blob? That joke, boy and his blob, it's an NES game. This worked over much better at the video game convention. Anyway, this is the secret lair of Uranus, Lord of the Sky. And yes, I know it's spelled differently, but I still want to make a dozen different Uranus jokes. But I'm classier than that. So anyway, Urine here tells Mother that the Palace of Power is currently undefended, save for 1 guard. Thus, he wants to send his army of skeletons to it. My skeleton warriors fear nothing. Oh yeah? Look out, it's osteoporosis! And thus enjoy this exclusive footage of the last great skeleton war. However, this is a short story, as we see our heroes returning home from their mission to see the skeletons in a quick retreat. Why? Because the guard they left behind was Duke, Kevin's dog! If they hadn't been skeletons, your dog would be dead and your entire resistance ended. Also, the skeletons had swords. They could have stabbed the dog. I mean, it's not like the dog had any place to bury the bones it took from you guys. Anyway, our final story is Money Changes Everything, wherein we see that Samus is about to ground pound our heroes. Good, we'll more than likely get a better story out of it. But it's actually just to warn them of several monsters that were about to attack them. You are fortunate I was nearby. Zebes is no place for weaklings. Or at least no place for people without hand cannons. After Kevin shows off his own skills with the zapper, Samus introduces herself. Goshicus, Princess Lana! Samus is super duper a kiss! I'm so glad this writer remembered that annoying speech quirk you had that doesn't it. I'm so glad that this writer remembered that annoying speech quirk you had that doesn't make any sense. I mean, seriously, did whoever invent this think that Icarus was a silly made-up word or something? Well, Samus is a veteran of many impossible missions. Samus is a super-powered cyborg. Samus is the greatest space hunter in the Galactic Federation. Samus is standing like 5 feet away from you, so maybe you should stop talking about her in the third person. Samus is a woman? Yeah. Wow, suddenly I'm even more attracted to her. Our heroes have come to this planet to intercept a shipment of Zebatite that Mother Brain needs to survive. Samus says she's happy to help, but that she wants the 1,000,000 credit bounty on Mother Brain's head. Who's paying for that bounty exactly? I thought Videoland was being conquered by Mother Brain's forces. Wouldn't killing her be worth it in itself? Anyway, Samus is attacked by enemies that sap her suit strength. The Gam has drained my energy. My battle armor is going super critical. Without energy, I have 50 or 60 seconds before it goes up like a supernova.
What?
Wait.
That's built in!
Well, that's a bit of a design flaw, wouldn't you say? Lose power equals self-destruct.
That's how they eat you.
Long, well, relatively short story, Kevin plays through the level quickly and retrieves an energy tank for Samus that restores the suit. Power, knowledge, skill, incredible. That is quite a boyfriend you have there, Princess. He's not my boyfriend. Good. Kevin is a teenager. Oh, Samus, you pedophile. Ooh, here's a brain teaser for you. Pedophile Samus or other M Samus? Which was a worse characterization? She doesn't even hide it either. They're in the middle of a mission and Samus offers him the chance to join her after they defeat Mother Brain. Lana, pissed off and jealous, even though, as she admitted, they're not in a relationship, tells them they have a job to do. And Kevin, being the stereotypical gamer of the late 80s and early 90s, doesn't really care about girls and just wants to shoot something. Kevin's zapper is useless against the canisters of Zebatite and Mother Brain on a nearby screen informs him that his weapons are useless. Which makes me wonder why the hell Mother Brain doesn't coat every single thing she owns in that stuff, so her primary threat is no longer, well, a threat. Samus launches a missile at the Zebatite, and that is then completely ignored in the next panels as Mother Brain asks what the hell Samus' deal is. However, when Samus admits that she's after the bounty on Mother Brain counters with an offer of her own, 10 million credits to betray everyone else. And she agrees!
What?
Gotta admit, I actually would kind of love to see that option in a 2D platformer. I will pay you to stop playing the game. Anyway, her only stipulation is that Captain N goes with her. Join with me, Kevin. The stars will be our playground. Together we will blaze a path of glory across the universe. Think of it, Kevin, your very own Super Scope. Kevin, of course, says hell no, but Lana orders him to go with her. She whispers to him that somebody has to be free to carry on the fight. Or, you could just hit reset and shoot Samus when you first see her. How do resets work in this universe? Anyway, later on, Lana and Kid Icarus are in a cell aboard a shuttle heading away from the planet. And apparently nobody thought about how the tiny cherub could squeeze through the bars, and thus he charges at the guards. But they take off their helmets to reveal they're Kevin and Samus. The whole thing was a ruse to get away with a new shuttle, the Zebatite, and 10 million bucks. Lana thinks that without it, Mother Brain is finished, but Samus informs them that another shipment is going to arrive to her tomorrow anyway, so this was all utterly pointless. Still, 10 million bucks richer, drinks are on Samus.
Serving drinks to a minor.
And so our comic ends with Samus holding Kevin in a way that clearly shows how much she wants to go to prison. I may be greedy, but I'm not stupid. We'll take your word for it. Anyway, this comic kind of sucks. The Samus story is actually okay, aside from the unfortunate implications. Nice bait and switch. But the other stories are about a dog defeating an army of skeletons and a war between fruits and vegetables. There's really no way you can save that concept. The art is serviceable and matches the show pretty well, so kudos there. That's all I got, so thank you, everybody!